Yo, what's up, guys and girls? It's Dylan with Backyard Built RC, and we have another video for you guys, and this is in regards to the FMS FCX24 Power Wagon. So we stripped the portal gears on this thing, and I stripped them about a week ago. That's why you haven't seen any update videos on it. I wasn't doing anything crazy with the Power Wagon. I was crawling, and there's a solution for this. So if you're new to getting a Power Wagon, you might want to do this before you even drive the Power Wagon. I'm serious, guys. Do this because I stripped these gears and I honestly wasn't even doing anything crazy with this. It's just a bad design and like poor tolerances pretty much. So on that note, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what happened and when they stripped out and what was the solution to fixing them. I have ordered metal gears for this rig, but we're gonna go ahead and watch the video. All right, guys, I won't hold you. If you're into this type of content, make sure to please like, follow, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I've seen you guys been commenting on a lot of these FCX24 posts, and I have been answering them. And I'm glad to see this community is developing, so I'm excited to see what's in store for these things. All right, I won't hold you. Let's get to the video. As you guys can see right here, I'm crawling with the Power Wagon, and you can see right there how it's just not spinning on that rear left tire. So I'm doing it again, super slow motion right here for you guys, and you can see the front spinning, the rear is not. Here's one more take for you guys. Look at that rear wheel, and it's just not going, guys, not good. So at this point, I decided to investigate a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and take the rear portal box apart and look at the gears and inspect them. I did look at the gears, I thought they were okay. So at this point, I decided to put the box back together because the teeth looked in very well condition. They didn't look chipped, frayed, or anything like whatsoever. They look nice, like super nice. So I went ahead and reassembled that portal box right there. And I wanted to take a look at the rear axle to see if there's any gears up in there that could have potentially been broken, or maybe a drive shaft that stripped out on the gears up inside of the pumpkin. So right here, we're taking it apart, but when I did take it apart, I noticed I felt something on the portal box again. At that point, I started to rotate it with my finger, and I wasn't certain because you could feel it, but then you couldn't feel it. So I was like, is it just slipping in my hand? Because, you know, it's a solid shaft piece of metal and my hands don't have super grip on it. So I decided to go ahead and put the tire back on, and that way I could get a better grip on it to really see if there's a malfunction inside of that box. Now I'm rotating the tire and I could feel it kind of skipping around. And I'm like, okay, and you can see it skipping right there. At this point, I knew there was a problem with the gears up inside of that box, but I just looked at the teeth. So again, I was just unsure where that slippage was coming from. Went ahead and disassembled the portal box again, took a look at the teeth, and then I further investigated one particular gear that caught my attention. And I matched it up to the portal box gear, tried to replicate a situation to where it would slip again, and this is when I found the issue. So the issue was the gear that's actually on the drive shaft that goes through the rear axle, which is this tiny gear right here. So behind this gear, there's a pin that connects the drive shaft to the gear. So when the drive shaft rotates, the gear rotates. Now that's the part that actually stripped out. So the drive shaft was moving freely and the gear wasn't spinning. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to clean the back of that so we can get that pin to seat up in there nice and flush again. So I used a eyeglass flathead screwdriver, and I cleaned it all out, and I reseated that gear back on the pin, and it set back flush in the housing. But I knew it was a matter of time before it stripped out again. So at this point, I just went ahead and reassembled it and checked the tolerances again. Now that we have the portal box assembly, I pulled on the shaft and the tolerance was so sloppy And this is why that gear got damaged. It was too loose to actually keep the gear firmly against that pin to lock it in place. So I pulled it back apart and I cut this piece of plastic from a water bottle and I dropped it, and it's the same size as like a bearing, and I dropped it inside that portal box right there, and that reduced. After reassembling the portal box together, the play that was in that shaft was significantly reduced. Now I'm checking the shaft play again and it is super tight. Reassemble the portals back on and it actually worked. Now again, I ordered metal gears for this because I know it's just gonna strip out even more because it is currently stripped. But I really highly suggest that you guys use a piece of plastic from like a water bottle, just a thin piece of plastic, cut it the exact same size as the bearing, place that inside the portal box, and that's gonna reduce the amount of slack that it has up inside that box, and it's gonna keep the gear firmly pressed against that drive shaft, and that's gonna reduce the chance of your FMS FCX24 stripping out your portal gears. So I highly suggest you guys do that before you even take this truck out. I wish I would have known about the issue. I would have did it myself. It only takes about 15 minutes to do, and it's worth it, guys, trust me. If not, you're gonna have this thing sitting on the shelf until you order some metal gears. So hopefully this helped some of you guys not run into this issue. Other than that, this is a super fun truck. I love it. I'm about to drop more videos about this rig, things that I like, tips and tricks, so stay tuned. And if this is the type of content you like, please like, follow, comment, subscribe. Also drop a comment below if you need any help with this rig. All right, guys, this is Delwin with Backyard Built RC signing out. Thanks for watching. Bye.